All right, so everybody, welcome to Kolel Kol Shira, and again, in partnership with Breslov.org. And today we're in Parshat Korach. Well, this is a very, very complicated parsha. What went on over here? What was the mistake of Korach? Why did Korach attack Moshe when he did? Right? Did anyone ever think of that? Why did Korach all of a sudden attack Moshe Rabbeinu just now? Like, what happened? We had these spies last week, right? We had the spies, correct, right? Mm-hmm. And the spies came back with their ill report of the Holy Land, correct, right? We all cried. Hashem said, now we're going to have to stay in the desert for 40 years, right? Because it was 40 days. Every day was for another year. All right. Everyone agree with that so far?
Right.
Okay. Good. What?
Yom LaShana.
Yom LaShana. Exactly. Perfect. Here we go. Here we go. We got our Baal Koreh, right? Yeah.
I used to do it. I don't really do it very much.
Okay.
Now.
All right. Well, it's still in your blood. There we go. So Reb Nossan asked this question, and like, why does Korach attack specifically now? And don't forget these Nesiim. He was complaining that he wasn't one of the Nesiim, right? He was complaining he wasn't from the the chosen Nesiim, the princes, right? But the princes were chosen a long time ago. The princes weren't chosen just now. So why does he attack Moshe Rabbeinu just now? So this goes back to understand it's the same idea. It's the same exact idea that happened last week with the spies. Explains Rebbi Nossan. What happened? Moshe Rabbeinu davened to Hashem that we should be forgiven, right? And he said, right? He said he davened for us. He always davened for us. That's Moshe Rabbeinu. Always davening for Klal Yisrael, correct?
Yes.
Every time we make a mistake, Moshe Rabbeinu davens for us. That's the tzaddik ha'emes. Moshe Rabbeinu. Now, Korach comes against Moshe Rabbeinu and he says, Lama disnasu al kolam. Well, why are you making yourself greater than everybody else? So what was he really saying? What was he saying? Hey, how come you didn't give me the Nasias? How come you didn't make me a Nasi? Why don't I get the covet? See, the last week what happened with the Nesiim was, this Rebbi Nossan explains, and many Svarim explain, but Rebbi Nossan really explains it so well, that the Nesiim wanted their Nesias. They liked being the Nesiim. They liked their power. I mean, we see that in the world today, right? These leaders, they love their power. They want their power, right? The leaders want their power. And they understood, the Nesiim understood, if we all go to Israel, once we came to Eretz Yisrael, all of the Nesiim will be rechosen. Everything will be rechosen. Now wait a second. Everything will be rechosen. So Korach said, now wait a second. I understood that this was going to be a short time. We were going to be in the desert, and if we were only going to be in the desert for a short time, so then I was okay with it. I was okay with the fact that I wasn't a Nasi. Because he figured when we come to Eretz Yisrael, he'll become the proper Nasi like he deserves. But not the way it was in the Midbar. So now when the spies came back, and the spies caused the decree that it should be 40 years in the desert, now Korach attacks, because he says, wait a second, that means these Nesiim will all be the Nesiim for the 40 years. And what about me? It's an amazing idea. It's an amazing idea how Korach was trying he wanted power, and you see the power struggle, and you see how power really destroys people. It's amazing. Mamish, amazing. Does anyone want to add anything on that? Does anyone have any comments on that?
I got an idea. I don't know if it's true.
Please. Yeah, go ahead, Yaakov.
Okay. After the Meraglim came
yes.
back, and they had their dissident outlook, and they turned sour.
Yes.
That weakened the people, and maybe if Korach were were strategizing, he said, good, now that they've got their doubts up, Moshe's power is weakened, and now I can do what I want to do.
Okay, but okay.
But weakened spiritually.
Okay, all right, but again, but Korach wanted to accomplish something for himself. Let's remember that, and again, if he was not happy with the way things were, there were other times that we were in trouble, right? We were in trouble when it came to the golden calf. So why didn't he attack us then? We were definitely we're on a low at that time, right? Would you say that?
If you say that the golden calf was the Erev Rav, these were regular Jews.
But it doesn't mean you're right. No, you're right. But we were still blamed for it. It was the Erev Rav. What?
You always get blamed.
Of course, it's okay, but I'm trying to explain to you. Yes, so now it was the Meraglim that made the problem. So we got blamed for it, right? Because we cried, right?
Yes.
So again, listen. What you're saying is nice, but the Rebbi Nossan really explains it the way Rebbi Nossan explains it the best. Why did the spies come back with that ill report in the first place? Why did they see? In other words, why did they see? Why did they see, like we learned last week, that this is an Eretz Eicheles Es Yishvel? Why did they see that this is a land that consumes its inhabitants? Why did they see that? Why did they choose to see that? Why did they choose to see the goodness and the miracles Hashem was doing for them? Because they had an ulterior motive. Their ulterior motive was, we don't want to go into Israel, because if we go into Israel, we're going to lose our power. And Korach wanted his power. So he decided now he's going to fight against them. But let's look inside now as to what's going on. Let's see what's going on inside. And I'm going to shut this, okay. And so everyone, thank you.